Good afternoon and welcome back to Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. I want you to look at something quickly here. I want you to listen to what Shettima said. This is a joke, right? It's going to be a joke. I'll show you why we have double standards in this country and why we can, in that contraction called Nigeria, and why we need to really continue to go for Yoruba nation, Middle Belt nation, Biafra nation, go for Nina, whatever. We go for Yoruba nation, Middle Belt, Igbo nation, or whatever we're going to call ourselves as Southerners collectively. Listen to this. These are the words of Shettima. Nnamdi Kanu has done more damage to Nigeria than Boko Haram bandits, Abacha and others, northern youths. So it's done. So Nnamdi Kanu alone, he's all over the Northeast, right? Nnamdi Kanu is protecting his people. Just in case you didn't get it, let me get a picture of Nnamdi Kanu out. Nnamdi Kanu himself, he's always said he's about protecting his people. He just wants their freedom. That's it. He's not interested in going into any other people. Who are all over the South again? Is it Nnamdi Kanu? Is it IPOB? IPOB are protecting Biafrans and Igbo people. They are working, they're looking to ensure they guarantee the lives of the people in the Southeast. So you can see this nonsense. According to him, Kanu must face the wrath of the law for his alleged atrocities against the Nigerian state. Right. Okay. We'll carry on, and I will bring this to you. Let me bring this. Now, the leader of the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, AYCF, Yerima Shettima, has said, this was a news covered by Sahara reporters, that the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, should not be released. According to him, Kanu must face the wrath of the law for his alleged atrocities against the Nigerian state. Shettima said Kanu has committed. Let me just make sure let me only get a picture of Kanu here so that, this guy is, you can tell the double standards, and I will tell you why it's double standards. But before we get to there, I want to, first of all, make sure that, we put, let's put everything in the proper context. I don't want anybody to say we've just rushed and we just judged and just, let's, we will be, we will be judicious and we'll be sort of, we'll be fair in our discussions. But it's obvious that they're not. So it's obvious that they're not. So here we go. I just want to put in the middle of as what is saying, all that nonsense is saying. We just want to put Nnamdi Kanu here so that you can all see Nnamdi Kanu. There we are. So there we have Nnamdi Kanu right there. Okay, now. So now, the reason why I'm doing that. Oh, sorry. Oh, goodness me. Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. I'll bring it back again. It just went off. It went off very trigger happy, shall I say. But that's okay. We will get back again. We'll get him back in there. There you are. That's Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, goodness me. I'm having some trouble. Okay, right. There you are. So, there you have Nnamdi Kanu. So now, I'm going to try and see if I can make it smaller. Can I make that smaller? Yeah, I just don't want it to take too much space because I want to be able to just read uninterrupted. I don't want it's interrupting my reading. Okay, let's put it here. I'll put it here for now. And then you can still see that. Okay, so Shettima said Kanu has committed more atrocious damage to Nigeria, the country, than any person or group since the Nigerian Civil War that lasted 30 months. After the Civil War, Nigeria has had the misfortune of having military dictators, including retired General Ibrahim Babangida and late General Sani Abacha. Misfortune! By who? It is the deliberate act. It's not a misfortune. They impose themselves with the promulgation decree, illegal promulgation decree that you don't. Let me help you. In case you forget, you like to forget those things conveniently, but we're not going to let you get away with it. Yeah, that is the one. They're the people that brought about the promulgation decree number 24 of 1999, by the way, in case Shettima doesn't realize. So we're just bringing that to your attention. But let's put that away for now. So the country has also been terrorized by Boko Haram, ISWAP, and more recently bandits, aka Fulani terrorists. Let's give it the proper context, shall we? Yes. aka Fulani terrorists, the very same that the general that general is refusing to proscribe as we speak. Yeah. So now, recently, bandits who have killed thousands of people and displaced millions of others. But according to Shettima, releasing Kanu will further compound the security challenges in the country and adversely affect President Muhammadu Buhari's government. The Northern Group leader made these remarks following Buhari's promise to consider releasing the IPOB leader following the visit by some Igbo leaders to the presidential villa in Abuja. Buhari had made the remarks during a meeting with some Southeastern leaders at the aegis of highly respected Igbo greats, led by the First Republic parliamentarian and Minister of Aviation Chief Mbazulike Amechi at the State House, Abuja. Amechi pleaded with the president to release Kanu rather than opt for a military option. But Shettima stressed that Kanu's release would undermine what he has done to Nigeria as IPOB leader. Shettima's submission suggests that the abortion of democracy, clampdown on the press and civil rights societies, and killings of pro-democracy figures by the Abacha regime, along with activities of terrorist groups, were milder compared to Kanu's call for self-determination for the Southeast people. Can you believe this nonsense? Can you believe this nonsense? I can't believe what I'm reading. There have also been deadly attacks on farmers and communities by suspected herders and bandits. There is a possibility of undermining of the consequences of what this man, Nnamdi Kanu, did to the country. By implication, if he's allowed to go unpunished, it will be sending the wrong message. Nobody in the history of this country has done more damage to this country since the Civil War than this young man, Shettima told Daily Post. If at the end of the day they allow him to go unpunished after what he has done, the implication is that nobody will ever commit any offense of this nature and be punished because everybody will always refer to him. And this means that the constitution is automatically suspended in the country. Really? This means that some people can just commit any crime at the expense of over 200 million Nigerians and get away with it. Somebody can kill, pronounce killings, and still get away with it. Then what is the essence of condemning people to death for killing murder when compared to what this man Kanu did? This is just a way of undermining the laws of our land. Indirectly, they are saying the government of the day can be easily influenced. This means somebody can commit any offense and then come to Buhari or any other government after this and seek forgiveness. The way AYCF, I think it's a youth something. Arewa Youth Council Federation National President also described Kanu as the most as not remorseful for his actions. He added that this man is not even remorseful. Indirectly, it's like the government is begging him to continue with what he's doing, and he will go unpunished. The consequence is that if he's allowed to go unpunished, we would end up having millions of Kanu rising, even if he decides not to go ahead with further actions. If he's allowed to go, Kanu will come out boasting that he did not beg to be released. He is not remorseful, and there's nothing to show he regrets his actions. And anybody can do such and get away with it. We are not in Banana Republic, for God's sake. Really? Well, I'm going to give proof otherwise to you that we are indeed in a Banana Republic. In a minute. Just follow me. Continue to listen to what we're saying here. The law must take its full course, and I hope it's not what I'm thinking, because nobody has done the kind of damage this man has done to the country up to date, and we have not recovered from the consequence of what he has done to the country. We are watching. If we allow him to go unpunished, then we are saying the country should produce millions of him. With him alone, look at the damage he has done to his region. But for us in the north, we would ensure he has no sympathizer. Nobody is saying he should be dealt with without committing any crime. But if he's found wanting, then he should be made to face consequences of his actions, since the matter is in court. Can you see that nonsense? Let me give you a minute to take that in, to take what this man, baseless accusations, by the way, baseless accusations. He doesn't even mention the fact that the government carried out an illegal rendition, taking a man who is a citizen of UK and took it from Kenya to Nigeria. Doesn't talk about any of those things. Doesn't talk about the government refusing to comply with its own laws. Only talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Now let us contrast that with this. I have news for you. Those of you watching, please, this one is for Shettima Yusuf. Specifically, listen. Now, let's go. Here is Gumi. Do you notice that this man says nothing about Gumi? Absolutely quiet about Gumi. Says nothing. Nothing. Now, let's read to you what it says. Gumi requires money, land, compensation to stop killings. Sheikh Gumi. Bandits require bandits. And who are the bandits? The Fulani terrorists. They require money, land, compensation to stop killings. Sheikh Gumi. This was in the night, November 9 this year. So let us, what has this man said about that? Has this man said anything about that? Has he said anything is wrong about what Gumi said? No. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see what Gumi has done. No, it's not wrong. Let's read to show him. The Gumi is the man doing exactly what he's accusing Nnamdi Kanu of. Let's read the list of the things that Gumi is doing, and why the government, in not arresting Gumi immediately, they are perpetuating the killings of Southerners. And this is why we're saying we have every right to dismantle contract in Nigeria. Now listen to this. Now, so here we go. Islamic cleric Ahmad Gumi said bandits have refused to end hostilities against Nigerian government because they were not given land and enough money. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? And here we have this Shettima, whatever they call himself, this Shettima Yerima. I'd like him to come and speak about this. He is talking about, and this is Gumi has got all of his bandits, aka Fulani terrorists, across the whole of Southeast and Southwest, killing field, genocide, and Middle Belt. And the government has not once arrested him. Can you see the sheer hypocrisy of these people? Can you see the sheer hypocrisy of these people? Now, here we go. So, here we go. Listen now. So, the Islamic cleric Ahmad Gumi says bandits are refused to end they refuse to end hostilities. Just that alone, that is enough to arrest Gumi. But they're not. Against Nigerian government, because they refuse to end hostilities against Nigerian government because they were not given land and enough money. So they are justified to hold us to ransom. So what has Shettima Yerima, what has he said about this? What has Shettima Yerima said about this? Zip. Zero. Nothing. Now let's go again. Let's read more. He added that sometimes the government would just give them bandits $1 million or $2 million and get their weapons without even looking at how they survive. So the job of the government is to protect the terrorists. What about the people? What about Southerners that are being killed every day? The farmers are not being compensated. And this man here has the temerity to talk about Kanu. This is hypocrisy of the highest order. Hypocrisy of the highest order. Now let's carry on. Now, okay. Now, and this is Gumi again. I'll put it again. That's the Gumi. Talking like he should already be arrested. And this is the justification for why we have to go for dismantling contracts in Nigeria. We have to go for self-determination. We can no longer be with these same people who the government that is supporting terrorism, aiding terrorism, allowing terrorism to have a voice. Listen to this. Now, in a live stream on his Facebook on Tuesday, the self-appointed mediator for the bandits said only religion can be used to pacify them or embrace peace. Only religion. We're not interested in religion. That's not we are, as far as we're interested, that you can go and do that in the north. We don't want it in the south. We're not interested in your discussions. We have every right as citizens. And by the way, Gumi and the likes of him, they are Fulanis, most likely, and they are non-indigenous to the south, period. And they do not have any business to impose themselves on us. So he said here, let me read the words again. He said only religion can be used to pacify them, to embrace peace. So, meaning that they want to impose their religion on us as Southerners, that we must comply with their religion. Can you see? And he is allowed to say this. And what does Shettima Yerima say? Zip. He doesn't see that. But he's quick to talk about Kanu, who is only talking about protecting his own people. He's not talking about taking other people's land. Can you see the hypocrisy? Can you see it? Now, let's go on. Okay, Mr. Gumi once compared bandits to Niger Delta militants and asked that if the federal ministry that the federal ministry be established to address their grievances and that killer of Fulani and that of killer Fulani herders. Really? Contrary to Mr. Gumi's stance, Katsina Governor Aminu Masari openly admitting that Fulanis are bandits killing and kidnapping Nigerians, said that they don't deserve amnesty. That is the only sensible thing I've heard so far. That governor, Aminu Masari. And I'm sure he probably said that, but that is a statement again to say, okay, they are saying something, but they all are standing together as Northerners to take our land. Make no mistake about that. Because for this man to come out and say this about Kanu and not say anything about what Gumi is saying here, it is hypocrisy. It is hypocrisy. Now, so let me just check. I'm going to try and I'll come back and do some more work. But I just wanted to just contrast what Gumi is doing. Gumi is speaking for and working with bandits, Fulani terrorists, with the support of the government, killing Southerners. And Kanu is protecting the lives of Southerners. Kanu is coming out to protect Southerners, to give them the power to defend themselves against the aggression of the Fulani terrorists, aka bandits. And this man here has the temerity to say to talk about Kanu when he says nothing about Gumi. Can you see the hypocrisy? Can you see the hypocrisy? Me, I'm going to sing one song. That's all I have to sing to him. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. If you cannot criticize Gumi, then shush about Kanu. Kanu has not gone around and demanded guns, demanded money from the government, demanded land. Kanu has said, by people for being oppressed, we deserve to be on our own. Gumi is telling the government to pay terrorists, to reward terrorists with land and guns, and to get protection for them. But you say nothing about that. That's sheer hypocrisy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it here. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Let's have your comments. Please be frank and open and honest with yourself. Look at the comparison. This guy here is making comparison about Nnamdi Kanu, and totally unjustified. But he's absolutely silent on the likes of Gumi, who is working with terrorists, and the government know this, but they won't arrest him. They're not going to proscribe them. Can you see the hypocrisy? Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We only deal in one currency, truth. We are the Sorosoke generation with evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, when you get the broadcast, please share, and share. So, let's go. Right. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We truly appreciate your support. As stated before, I may be able to post some videos here and there, but I cannot go live on Facebook. I've been blocked for a whole month, so I won't be able to do any live broadcast on either Citizen AY or Oduduwa TV Radio. Facebook, I've seen it in their infinite in their power to silence us, but we will not back down. We will not be quiet. We are only about speaking truth to power, so we will do that on all the platforms we have available. Join us on Twitter, join us on Instagram, join us on Facebook, join us on TikTok, and not Facebook. Join us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Look for Citizen AY. Join us there. We will be on all those platforms. We'll be giving as much information as we possibly can to raise the level of awareness. And I ask you as Southerners right now, our priority is to defend our lives, because you can see in this picture the guns being carried. The government, Gumi has got guns that is being provided by the Nigerian government, because the Nigerian government, as we speak, has not arrested Gumi or the Fulani terrorists. They have refused to proscribe the Fulani terrorists, aka bandits, as we speak. For that reason, Southerners, one and all, it is time for us to work together as Babalawos, as Christians, as Muslims. We must pray for the strength, wisdom, and unity. Strength, wisdom and unity of the South to defend ourselves against the Fulani aggression and oppression in our land. We say enough is enough. We can do this together. Let's pull together. Let's pray for strength, wisdom and unity of the South to defeat the Fulani terrorists who the federal government refuses to prescribe. And you've seen that Shettima Yerima is hypocritical in his argument when he says nothing about the actions of Gumi that is demanding that the government pays them money, and that they're saying they're refusing to end hostilities against the government, and they're not arrested. Sheer hypocrisy. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. And when you get this broadcast, please share. As ever, we would like to get your feedback, your comments. Please do let's get those feedbacks. It's very, very important. We need it to be engaging. We want it to be two-way discussion, and we can talk about it. And I may come live on Facebook at some point when they let me back in about a month's time or so. That will be next year. I don't expect to be back on Facebook anytime this year. It will be next year. But that's fine. In the meantime, please subscribe to Citizen Network on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye.